China analyst Einar Tangen. Einar, I mean, obviously China is critical to the global supply chain. So with the backlog at Ningbo Port in particular, how much is China actually suffering in terms of the coronavirus pandemic and international trade?
Well, it's actually not suffering. It's on track to be a record year, over $3 trillion, even at a very conservative estimate. The appetite for everything from lighting, shoes, textiles, people put on a few pounds during the pandemic, has grown. And China, everything from auto parts, which is up over 100% in terms of that. These are all waiting in warehouses, waiting to be shipped out. Right now, 1/10 of all of the world's containers are contained on ships that are waiting outside ports in one place or another.
Yeah, I mean, on Tuesday, there were more than 50 container vessels queuing at Ningbo, and that compared to the 28th of August, when there were only 10. Oh, sorry, there were 28 compared to 50, which they were on Tuesday. So obviously a significant rise because there was one coronavirus case at Ningbo. So China clearly taking a zero-tolerance approach, but then that's causing the backlog. And then you get this classic discussion that has to take place. Every government has to weigh up the economy versus health. Where does China stand in that discussion?
Well, health is predominating everything. They believe that they follow the science. And so far, that has worked very well for China. There are people who say, well, but you're sacrificing the economy. I think if you asked a leader if he would be willing to sacrifice a few people in order to make a few dollars, he would tell you absolutely not. I don't know if you remember during the earthquake, they had a situation where the army said, look, it's not feasible to save all these people. And the leader at that time said, look, you do everything necessary to save those people. This is a very people-centric government. They depend on the goodwill of the people, and it's a one-party system. There's nowhere to hide. So, yes, they will continue to follow the science, especially in the lead-up to the 22 Olympics.
How difficult are the logistics of moving other vessels that were due at Ningbo to other ports?
Well, you're seeing a stack up across the board, and as much as twice as much to 50% as much. They're going to try to get them offloaded. Remember, Ningbo is not completely closed. This is one line, one of 7 big box lines that's there, but it was one of the biggest ones. So, it's the real problem is this kind of just-in-time inventory. Everything is so tight, especially because of Suez and the increased demand. I mean, the fact is, it's the $3 trillion mark for exports is not going to be reached because people weren't asking for Chinese goods. So at this juncture, it's a confluence of issues that are beyond people's control, except for this response to COVID. But China believes very strongly it's doing the right thing.
Einar, always appreciate your input. Einar Tangen speaking to us from Beijing.